Welcome to another edition of Small Talk for You. This morning I wanted to take another look at AidaWeb and go a little beyond the simple Hello World application to a very simple domain-driven one. And by very simple, I mean really simple. What I have is I have a personal record class, and it just has first name and last name. And then I have this personnel class that has an instance variable called people, which will hold an ordered collection of people, which I'm creating over here in a workspace. So I have a personal record, first name of James Robertson, John Smith, Mary Queen of Scots. And then notice that I'm saving that into a workspace variable, and then I'm registering with Aida. Aida site default, register that object on this URL. Now you might wonder, why am I registering a domain object? Well, that's because in AidaWeb there are a whole bunch of conventions. In a way, it's kind of similar to Ruby on Rails in that it's convention driven. So what you do is you set up a domain object, which you are going to set up on an URL, and then you declare a view class, subclass from web application, and you follow a naming convention. If your domain class is personnel, then the view class will be personnel app. So whatever you call the domain, make the view class that same name with app at the end of it. And at that point, everything will pretty much just work so long as you go in and set up a view main method and anything you want to flag off that, obviously. And in here, to get at the domain, self observe. And what that'll do is look at the domain model, and it's using an observer pattern. So you go to the domain model and you can grab the people, because that's what I've set this up as. And then I can just iterate through them and say add a text field for each one with the first name, comma, last name. And then I add a break after each one. You notice that the programming style is somewhat reminiscent of Seaside. You use Smalltalk code to generate the HTML. And we'll get into styling later, but there is a little bit of style going on here, which I went through in my last screencast. So I have that all set up in this one method, and it's hooked off the domain with this naming convention in place. Now to see how that works, let's go over here, and we'll go to /personnel. And you see I've got up here people, which is being generated from this title up here. Let's go back over here. And then I just iterate through the names. Not a terribly exciting application, but you see that I'm driving it off a domain object. I've got a nice looking URL, so it's not like Seaside where you get those kind of ugly URLs. Now you can create nicer URLs in Seaside, yes, but AidaWeb is kind of structured to get this right off the bat. And then from here, I can make this as simple or complex as I want based on what I want to do in here and how much I know about AidaWeb. So that's pretty much a basic introduction to domain-driven application development using AidaWeb to get a web app up quickly and easily. So it's better for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.